Hello everybody and welcome back to our Premier League prediction series. We are back with match week 35, getting very close to the end of the season. If you are new around here, this is our series where we'll be predicting the weekend's fixtures, and for every goal that I incorrectly predict is an extra £1 going straight to charity. This week we are supporting Save the Children, another brilliant charity here in the UK, I do believe. As always, please check out the charities, donate if you can, but show them all the love that they deserve. They're doing wonderful work here, there, and everywhere. Let's get straight into it. We'll start with the early kickoff, Newcastle versus Liverpool. I think it's fairly straightforward that it's going to be a Liverpool win. I think Newcastle will make quite a game of it. But yeah, it's going to be a Liverpool win. Liverpool obviously pushing for the title. Newcastle are, well, they're sitting in ninth at the moment. Eddie Howe's done an incredible job with Newcastle. But it's going to be a Liverpool win, and I'm going for 3-1. I do see Newcastle scoring. I do see them making quite a game out of it and making it a bit tough for Liverpool. But yeah, Liverpool will just have too much firepower for Newcastle to handle. Moving on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, Watford Burnley is the first one up. Watford basically all but down. Burnley doing incredible work under their interim manager Mike Jackson at the moment, doing absolutely incredible work. And if I was to put money on them or Everton to go down, I think Everton are down, and I think Burnley is safe, remarkably, because it didn't look that way a few weeks ago. Anyways, moving on to this game, I'm going for another Burnley win. Burnley are in 2 wins on the bounce at the moment, and I think they'll make it 3 here against Watford. I'm going for 2-0. Watford haven't really got anything to play for. 4 losses on the spin. It's not looking good for them, and they're going down basically. We'll move on to Southampton versus Palace, sitting 13th and 14th in the table respectively, both with only 1 win out of their last 5. And I see the points being shared here. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Yeah, both teams basically haven't got anything to play for. You think these sort of teams are kind of on the wind down now of the season. No Europe places to play for. They're safe. Yeah, just playing for pride, really. And yeah, I'm going for 1-1 share of the points. Now, Aston Villa versus Norwich is another one towards the bottom of the table. Norwich are basically down. Dean Smith obviously returning back to Aston Villa here with his Norwich team. Villa, 4 losses and no wins in their last 5, which is awful form. Norwich with just a 1 win and draw out of their last 5. But I think Villa will turn their form around here, coming up against the worst team in the league. I'm going for a 2-0 to Aston Villa. I think they'll just have too much for Norwich, and Norwich will show why they are bottom of the league. Now, the final 3 o'clock kickoff game is Wolves versus Brighton. Brighton, 2 wins out of the last 5. Wolves with 2 wins out of the last 5 as well. Wolves push in because they could, in theory, take that 7th spot. And possibly get Europa Conference for next year. So I think they'll be pushing to the end of the season. Brighton went through a bit of a tricky patch, but it looks like they're out of that. I'm actually going for a Brighton win here. I'm going for a 2-0 to Brighton. I think it's a bit of a bold prediction, but hey, we'll see, won't we? We'll find out next week when we're reviewing. Now, Leeds versus City. Obviously, Liverpool fans will be Leeds fans for the day, but I think City are obviously going to have too much to handle, too much to offer, and Leeds won't have enough to handle Man City's firepower. I'm going for a 4-1 City win. City obviously top of the league, 3 wins and 2 draws out of the last 5. Same as Leeds, actually, 3 wins and 2 draws out of the last 5, but one's sitting first in the league, the other is sitting 16th. And yeah, I think it would be a fairly comfortable win for Manchester City 4-1. Tottenham, Leicester City, as we move on to Sunday's fixtures. I'm going for a Tottenham 1-0 win. Tottenham, 3 wins out of the last 5. They are off the back of a draw and a loss, though, so no wins out of the last 2. Leicester, obviously, still in the Europa Conference semi-final, so they've got that to focus on. And I think the league is probably playing second fiddle for Brendan Rodgers. And yeah, I think Tottenham will get the win 1-0. Everton, Chelsea. Everton in desperate need of some points, but I don't see that coming. I really don't see that coming. They've got an awful set of fixtures coming up. Starting here with Chelsea, and yeah, I see Chelsea walking away with it. I'm going for 2-0. Chelsea basically all but confirmed in that third position in the league. And Everton, yeah, more misery will pile on here when I believe Chelsea will get in their 2-0 win. Speaking about 2-0 wins, I think Arsenal will continue that trend here against West Ham. West Ham, obviously, in the Europa League semi-final up against Frankfurt. So they'll definitely have that on their minds. And yeah, I think they may even rest a few of their bigger names. I'm going for an Arsenal quite comfortable 2-0 win. Now, the final game of the weekend is the Monday night fixture, Man United versus Brentford. And I mean, Man United versus Brentford, this should be a comfortable routine win. I don't see it going that straightforward. I think United will get the win, but I think it will be tricky. I think Brentford will really make it tricky for them. I'm going 2-1. United, obviously, just want the season to end, really. They've got absolutely nothing to play for. In my opinion, they should be playing the youngsters. I don't see the point in playing all these players that are, well, some that have confirmed they're leaving, some that are just run out of contract at the end of the season. No point to play them, and yeah, they should just be bedding the youngsters in. But yeah, I'm going for a 2-1 Manchester United win. That should cap off the weekend nicely, as I am a United fan, so fingers crossed. As I said, we will be supporting Save the Children charity, so please check them out. Please check me out on my socials, and yeah, have a great weekend, guys. I will be back on Tuesday, where we will be reviewing this weekend's fixtures. Have a great weekend.